I'm
shoulders.
crushing your
Remember,
class. Thank you so much.
hey,
I'm good. How are you?
hi Kemi, how you doing?
Good, 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 good.
I'm well, thank you. I'm
Hi.
well, thank you.
Yeah,
So
I did. I
everyone,
was
this
like,
is
I have
Kemi
to be in
Bauer.
Anchor's
She
class.
had a
Let's
session
go.
yesterday,
Let's do
right?
breathwork. Yes, thank you.
Well, this is what we're going to do together. So while I was just talking, I just sort of talked a bit about building mental resilience through clarifying the mind. And I just
Yeah,
wanted to, I was now talking
great.
about connecting body, mind, and
Yeah,
spirit through movement and then using our breath. So we're just opening out
yeah. Oh,
the neck, the muscles in the neck and in the shoulders. So now, if you guys have ever been for a massage, which I hope that you have been, you notice that they always need the shoulders so much because we tend to pile on tension in the neck. So whether it's the tension is coming from whichever dimension is coming from,
yes,
if it's spiritual, physical, or mental, it still goes into your neck and it goes into your pelvis. Once your pelvis is tight, it affects your lower back. So we want to release that energy, the negative energy that's been stored, so that your body can then take in new energy and you can move forward and be that creative you that you're supposed to be. So, so sit up tall. I want you to sit up tall where you are. Slide your shoulders down your back. And I want you to just breathe in through your nose. And as you breathe out, just look over your shoulder again. And then come back to center. Come back facing forward. Breathe in. And then look over the other shoulder. And come back to center. Now let's do one more. We're going to add a layer to that. You're going to look over your shoulder. And then you're going to bring your nose down towards your shoulder. And you feel a stretch down the back of your neck. And just hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look up and come back to center. Good stuff. So don't look up all the way up. Okay, so when I say look up, look directly up, eye level. Yeah, so now look other direction. Looking directly eye level. Now bring your nose down and hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look back directly forward and then come back to center. Good stuff. So imagine that you have a cup of water on your head. So now to open, so that's to release your neck. And you should do that if you've been at your computer for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or staring at your phone to just help release the tension there. So now for the shoulders, I want you to just roll your shoulders. That's an easy way to just release tension, rolling. Now, as you're doing this, breathing gradually through your nose and breathe out gradually through your mouth. Good stuff. Breathing gradually. Just feel the tension leaving your shoulders as you roll it, roll it. Now, very gently, I want you to come to a stop. Now, very gently start to go in the opposite direction, rolling your shoulders forward, forward, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more, breathe in and breathe out. Come to a stop. Now bring both shoulders up and bring them down. Inhale up and exhale. Now we're going to keep the shoulders down, sit up tall, and I want you to just close your eyes for one moment and just focus on your breath. So you're breathing in through your nose to a count of 5, then you pause at the end for a count of 2, and then you release to a count of 6. Okay, let's go. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. And exhale. 1, 2. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. 1, 2. And exhale. Now, Just keep following your breath. Breathe in. As you're breathing in, feel your chest rise, feel your belly come out. Hold it at the end. 1, 2, and breathe out. Let's do one more, then we'll add a layer. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it, 1, 2, and exhale. Okay, so now every time you build tension in your shoulders, it goes down your back. So you want to also release tension in your back as well. So you want to sit up tall, maintaining your stance. You're going to breathe in and very gently from the waist or from your rib cage, I want you to just twist back as far back as you can, looking over your shoulder. So you're moving from the waist, not just from your head and neck. And then you breathe in, you come back to center. And then twist in the opposite direction. Twist, so you're twisting to the left. Start to bring your right hand towards your left hip. Very gently while you're sitting tall. And then breathe in, come back to center. Let's do one more. Breathe in, nice and deep. And then exhale, twist. Bring your left hand towards your right hip or the side of your thigh. Sit up tall, and we'll hold it here while we do the breath. So breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it, 1, 2. Now breathe out. Still holding that position. Sit up tall. One more breath. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. Now, as you breathe out, come back to center gently, gently, gently. Other side, breathe in now and twist to the side as you exhale. And hold it. So your right hand to the side of your left thigh. And breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. One more, breathe in. Now come back to center as you breathe out. So now that is a quick and surefire way of releasing tension in your shoulders, in your upper back,
Fantastic.
and all that breathing.
Yeah,
how do
really
you
good.
feel with all
Really
the breathing?
It reminds me, you know
feeling?
that thing that said like energy is always stored in our bodies. Hello, can you hear me?
I can't hear you. You just went off.
I can hear you. Hello. Can you hear me now? Yeah. And with a movement like this,
yes,
it makes me
energy
feel like
is stored in our body.
I feel like I've released the energy in a positive way, as opposed to like if I was stressing about it and then it was like in a negative way. So so this was really good, like a stress buster, and I didn't have to leave my desk.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, when we're stagnant or when we're stressed, because we have energy in the physical, mental, and spiritual. So we want to keep the energy moving. And the more that it is oscillating, like a windmill, the more it is moving, the more the energy is getting recharged. It's getting renewed. So it's like renewable energy. Once you move, and then when you now connect your breath, and then the interesting thing with connecting your breath is that it helps you focus. So I find that it's an easier way than when I try to meditate. Now, when I'm trying to meditate, my mind just goes. So most of the time I fall asleep. Yeah. But when I just focus on breathing, I find that I'm able to get the energy renewal that I need. And then when we combine it with some movement, you feel renewed. And all. So now I have one other thing that I want us to try for now, and then you're going to do something for us on mindfulness. I know. So now this one needs us to, I want you to sit up tall, your feet flat on the floor. So now from where you are, you're going to imagine you have a cup of water on your head. So now remember I had said that we store tension also in our pelvis area, particularly when we've been sitting for so long. And also, I want you to draw circles with your pelvis while you're sitting. So visualize a circle, sit up tall, and then just start to draw circles. It almost feels as if you're whining.
It's exactly like you're whining.
You know that
dancing, I can't move my head,
thing. So it almost feels like that. So don't get your groove on yet, no. So keep a bottle of water on your head. And then just draw circles with your pelvis, like so. Visualize the circle. Okay, now come to a stop and go in the opposite direction. Go round, using only your pelvis. So you're now using your abdominals and your pelvic floor to actually move the pelvis.
Yeah.
And this is also releasing tension in your lower back. Okay, now I want you to come to a stop, come back to center, and then I want you to come to your feet.
Okay.
And we're going to do this standing. So
come up to exactly. Feet. I was like, Oyinkan, are you ready? This thing you want to stand.
So you're going to stand with your feet hip width apart. Yeah. So like we were doing sitting, stand with your feet hip width apart. Now bend your knees a little bit, bring your hands to your hips, and then start to draw those circles again. Draw circles. So now keep a cup of water on your head so that your upper body stays centered while you're moving through your core, and come to a stop. If you're in the office, you might look a little weird, but it's okay. You'll feel better after this. Go around. Just release the tension and come to a stop and stand up tall. Okay, since I have you standing, okay, bring your shoulders up and bring your shoulders down.
Yes, I have.
Kemi, do you remember the spine roll?
It's really good,
you
guys.
The spine roll with me
you have
before,
to get into it. Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, so we're going to try the spine roll now. The spine roll is fantastic. So now you're standing tall and you're going to let your head fall to your chest, and then your head will pull your spine one vertebrae after the other all the way as low as you can comfortably go, so that you're curling into yourself. Imagine your stomach is now pushing your lower back towards the roof. You'll feel a fantastic stretch through your spine. Just let your head fall and breathe in there. Breathe in, 3, 4, 5, hold it, 1, 2. Now, as you exhale, start to come up slowly, stacking up your back. Stacking up one vertebrae after the other until you're standing tall. Let's do one more of that. Breathe in. Now let your head fall to your chest and it goes down. Lead the way. If you feel tight in any part of your body, I want you to just hold it there and breathe into that part. Any part of your spine that feels tight. Just hold it, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. 1, 2. Now start to come up slowly. Slowly. Stop. Unrolling. Unrolling. Unrolling until you're standing directly tall and looking directly in front of you. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let's come back and sit.
I know it should be mandatory to do this stuff with every organization, every 3 hours of work. It should be mandatory. Like we'll all be so much more productive. And
I tell you, it should be. And there's a lot of companies that, at least in the States, there are a few companies that are taking it up on board and coming together and doing things like breath work as a midday break. and they just come and they breathe together. So now there's a powerful thing about breathing together, because if you imagine that you spend so much time at work, so you're already, your co-workers are like family. They are another family. So now can you imagine if you're in a space with someone, or in a group with a group of people, and you're breathing in and out together? There's a bond that happens there. I know, and you all become one, you're literally becoming one, because you're taking air from one person into another person. Every time we breathe in, and we breathe out, we only use about 21% or so of the air that we've taken in. So even when we breathe out, we're still breathing out some oxygen as well. And then when you're breathing in while I'm breathing out, you're also taking in some of the oxygen that's been inside of me, inside of you. And so we're really just becoming one. It's so interesting. I know, but it's really powerful how it helps you to just come into the moment for now. And in that moment, when you're breathing, when all you can focus on is your breath, when all you're focusing on is your movement, you won't remember house rent. You won't remember the stress of outside. It just, everything just sort of falls off, and you are in that moment. And the powerful thing about being in the moment is that you live. You actually get to experience that. I know. I remember reading a research that was written by a nurse. She's a palliative end of life nurse, and she worked with people that were that were close to dying, and the top 5 things that. So she did a research asking them what was the most impactful thing about their life, what did they regret, blah, blah, blah. And not one of them talked about, oh, they should have worked harder. Not one of them talked about the pressures of all those things that they worried about. Instead, they all talked about they should have done what they wanted to do, irrespective of what everybody else thought. They should have spent more time with friends and family. They should have spent more time enjoying
that's the
themselves. I know, and traveling and seeing the world. And really, that's really how we build mental capacity, when we realize that this moment will pass. This stress will pass. I know, it's just for a moment, whatever it is. And if you just take a deep breath in and deep breath out,
I like it's so powerful what you said about, like, if we all come together and breathe together, the amount of power that we can create from that. Because we love connections. We like to be connected with each other, but we're not leveraging that connection and making it so much stronger. Like, it'll be really great.
I guess because we're not quite clear on how to connect, because a lot of times we think it's when you're with someone, but you can be with someone and still not connect. I remember going out, it was a few years ago, and I saw this family having, I think it was lunch or something together. And I thought, oh, how sweet. Until I looked again and I realized that everybody was on a gadget or the other. So as much as they were together, and they didn't talk, they ate their food, but everybody was doing their own thing.
And
that
is the problem.
No, that's not. I mean, it helped me to realize that, you know what, sometimes I do that too. As in, you're with people, but you're not connected. So you end up going
remember what it was
that moment, and you can't really hold on to anything.
Oh yeah, that is so powerful. I know.
Yeah.
Oh good. Well, we live to learn.
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
We live to reconnect. I know, because it's really about those connections that we make. Those are the things that make our life full. Okay.
Yes, I do.
Do you have a sheet of paper with you? I had a sheet of paper and I don't know where it is. Give me one moment to quickly get my sheet of paper, please.
She wants a sheet of paper, guys. I don't know what Oyinkan is up to, but we're here for it, all of it.
Sorry?
No, I was telling them that I don't know what you're up to, but I'm here for it. Anything, I'm up for it.
So now, another thing that I've found, another tool that I use with clients is called doodling.
Yay! I know. Yeah, that is so cool.
You have a sheet of paper.
Yeah.
And you get a pen. Yeah. And so when we're feeling stressed, a good thing to do is pen to paper and just draw shapes. Whatever comes to mind.
Yeah.
Just draw lines across your sheet and just get creative with yourself. Drawing different shapes.
Yeah. This is such an amazing intervention. Like, it's great. Yeah.
And as much as it seems random,
it always finds something. Yeah.
There's design. I mean, this is what I've done. It looks a little, but if I had a coloring sheet, let me see yours. I can see some shapes going. I can see like a mountain, and then I can see a valley.
Yeah.
And it's really just drawing these shapes.
So now I can't see yours.
Mine is like just
it's huge. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So now you do that with coloring paper or with coloring pens.
Yeah.
And you can just keep going and going.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And going. Yeah. So now when you finish your designs, you can then take your coloring paper or even your pen and just draw. Yeah. So you now start to paint into different shapes until you come up.
Oh my God.
With something else. Now, this is something that you can do at your desk. I mean, some people like to draw. They'll just draw like little faces and go. If that's what you like to do, go for it. It's a great stress buster.
I know. Like,
it's a great stress buster.
It looks as if we haven't caught up with each other in like a few. It
looks
like it's been a long time.
Ages.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So you see, by the time you start to color in, it starts to take shape, and you can you can make your own artwork, and then you find that that you are creative, and that really is the superpower that we all have. The power to create. The power to create. We've spent so much time and so much energy doing. We try to do, but we need to remember that we're human beings. We already are. So we don't need to stress about anything. We don't need to force things. And so when the pressure is too much, you just make shapes. Like they say, if life gives you lemons, make some lemonade. So, if life is stressing you, make some art.
Make some art, fantastic. I love it.
Make some art. You just
I love it.
Do this. So now this is this is just fantastic for releasing pressure.
Yeah. And, anything that is repetitive just helps you calm your mind every time.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my God. Beautiful. I love it. So I was saying, because this is an intervention that we created. So and then at the back, So
it's
at the front,
it's cards, right? I remember you were doing cards.
Yeah, exactly. And then at the back, we actually just left these so that you can connect the dots and make patterns and everything.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, I know.
That's so nice. So, how much is it?
So the pack is 35.
Okay.
And it's a
How
pack
many
of
cards are in
96
a pack?
cards. 56. Or is it 52? I'm not sure. 52
or
56. Yeah.
How
but it's been
that
great.
now?
We've gotten really good
one a
feedback
week.
from it. Exactly. Exactly. One a week.
That's
And
not
you
enough. That's not enough. You need one a day.
No, exactly. But like if you stick to it for 56 days, you're on another level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You stick with it for
you need another intervention. Yeah.
days.
By then you'll be selling your artwork stuff. Your artwork will be ready to sell.
Exactly. You'll be a selling artist.
Yeah, you'll be a selling
artist by then.
Yeah. But I think a lot of people take these things for granted. They don't know how stressed they are. And I think that's what we can teach them, that you're stressed. People say, oh, don't worry, I'll be okay. No, you're not okay. Your energy is stagnant. You're giving up bad vibes and stuff like that.
There are people, I meet a lot of people that actually admit that they are stressed. They know that they are stressed.
Right.
But the challenge is just, it's more
what to do about
it. Mindset thing.
Yeah. That belief that I'm supposed to be stressed.
Okay, this is what I need to do. But making time out to make it happen.
Yeah.
You know, so that's been that's the challenge for a lot of people. Please excuse me one moment.
Okay. Oh, but Oyinkan, we are getting carried away. See people gisting in the chat. Oh, look at them. They have questions for us. So see, they actually did the exercises.
No questions. Hi guys, any questions?
Any questions? Let's check the Q&A for them. Okay. But I see Tito is there.
Did anybody try this?
There. Yeah, who tried it? Exactly. Kenneth, did you try that? Let's engage them. These people, they are the ones that need this.
Did any of you try this? Exactly. Especially tech guys are always sitting at their desk.
Yeah, always. See me, I added more.
And get zoned out.
Hot and cold. Yeah. Kenneth did it, Abby. Kenneth, oh yeah, let's see your doodle. They call it doodle for a reason. It's not supposed to be perfect. Oh, I'm going to be doing this a lot now, especially with my card. Yeah. Even me, sometimes I forget
like a tongue, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see.
There's a tongue that looks like a tongue.
Yeah, oh my, yeah. So you were saying about like just how people need what people need to
sometimes it's hard to disengage.
Yeah. It's hard. Yeah, it is hard to disengage.
You were saying something. How people do what?
No, before that interruption, you were saying like what people need to do. We need to, when they acknowledge that they have stress, what are the next steps?
Well, I guess it's understanding. For me, it's what I teach my clients to do is to visualize what happens when they don't disengage. So when you stay in a stressed position or in a stressed state, stress is how creativity comes out. That's how new things are birthed under pressure. If you think about diamonds, it has to be it's put under pressure. If you think about childbirth, it's pressure. So there's pressure to birth something new. The challenge is when we stay under pressure for too long. So like a rubber band, it snaps. If you pull it, pull, eventually it snaps. So when you realize that you can snap, visualizing how the snap can happen. So mentally, we start to become more, our mood changes. So we're more moody, we're more angry, more irritable, less tolerating of people. You can't sleep well. You're not sleeping well. Your digestion is poor. So now if you're thinking about, like I said earlier, your body goes into, when your body's in fight or flight, your body being an intelligent machine that it is, it wants to conserve energy. So it's going to send energy to only the essential organs. So it will send to your brain, it will send to your arms and your legs, it will send to your heart and your lungs. But things like digestion, like excretion, those kind of things are impaired. Forming of hormones are impaired. So your body on the inside is now not functioning well. Then when you're sleeping, well, when you're supposed to be sleeping, that renewal is supposed to be happening. Your body has, because of the stress and all the cortisol, your body still cannot enter into a state of rest. So eventually what happens is that you become, it's such a grim picture, I know, but what happens is that your body does not get to renew its energy. You put on weight. Once you start to put on that kind of weight, and that's the type that sits in the stomach area, when you put on that kind of weight, you find that your blood pressure goes off. Obesity or diabetes now starts to knock on the door, and those bring with them all the other, it just changes your whole lifestyle, because when you're on medication for diabetes, it's for life for most people. When you're on medication for high blood pressure, it's for life. So what you want to do is to not get to that point. And then when it's mental, at least that's even the physical effect of it. When it's mental, you can go to a space of being bipolar. You can get to the space of being depressed. And we have to realize or accept that depression is on the rise in Nigeria. We have a lot of suicide, attempted suicide, a lot of it. Unfortunately, we're not documenting as well as we should. So those kind of things are the offshoot of staying under mental pressure for too long. And so we need to disengage. A lot of the times we think that all of us are stressed, but the thing is that, and we think that because we're still productive,
it's okay to stay like that.
We are okay. But we need to gauge our level of productivity. And work that you feel because you're productive, or is it in your relationships? We need to gauge really on a scale of 1 to 10. Where really are we? And then that's where we also get feedback from people. Like I didn't know there was, I think it was last. I was stressed out, but I didn't even realize that I was acting out until my sister told me, as in, you're acting out. You're actually manifesting. I thought, oops, let's go breathe. I know. So you have to also take feedback.
From other people.
You have to take feedback from people so that you know as well. That's a way of gauging
just how well or
how well you're doing.
How about
you? How do you manage stress? What do you do?
So I'm a routine person, so I keep my routine. I keep my morning routine, I keep my night routine, I take my siesta, I hydrate, and as soon as, of course, I know when I'm falling off the rails. And so when I'm falling off the rails, I start to be proactive about my relaxation.
You take your what? I missed that.
Oh, I take my routines very seriously. So my morning routine, my routines, like the things that I cannot keep a schedule of what I do.
Routines are really important.
That's how I do it. So, and of course, sometimes I fall off the rail, but once I fall off the rail, I double back my steps and say, oh, this is what my trigger is. And so once I know what my trigger is, I kind of just avoid it altogether. So it might be one WhatsApp group that is.
What are your triggers? Share like 2 triggers.
2 triggers that I have now is WhatsApp groups. Just how people can have access to you all the time on WhatsApp.
They stress you out.
It stresses me out. Another one that I might have is just like when people can communicate properly, So, and especially people that are around me, like, what do you want? Like when I can't communicate my feelings properly. So I'm trying to say something and I can't get through to you. That's a trigger for me as well. So
when
it just
people
makes
can't
me shut
communicate
down. I was
properly,
like, yeah.
that can be frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, oh my God. I was like, is it you or is it me? But this thing is not working. Like, so yeah, those two ones. Yeah.
Who's not
So,
speaking
yeah.
English here?
You understand?
I feel
So
you.
before you know it, I'm speaking Yoruba.
I feel you. I feel you. One of my triggers is driving. Oh my God.
I don't know that one.
Driving is.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Oh,
It's
you
like,
still do it?
But why? Some
But
people
why?
drive, and you're thinking, but
Exactly.
why? You know that if you don't drive well, you're actually a hazard. So that's a trigger. And I have to so before I used to really curse out and be like human and all. But I realized that the more I started to help myself, I started processing it differently and be like, they're doing as much. They're manifesting from where they are. They're driving from their lack of skill.
Yes.
And so it now wasn't, so it wasn't me not taking it in and being frustrated by it. It was more of me just now being more compassionate.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. All these. Yeah.
So yeah. And then another
great.
for me is when deadlines. I don't like deadlines. I don't do with deadlines. So I just start to panic when I know that there's a deadline close.
Coming.
Yeah. I don't do well with deadlines. I know.
Oh, fantastic.
So guys, so we've shared a few tips.
Yeah.
And we've shared our
triggers too.
So if you have any triggers, do you know what your triggers are? You can share with us. And how do you work your way through it?
Yeah.
You can
all those catchy
share with us. And then you should also get what do you call those cards? What do you call your cards? Mindful cards?
The mindfulness cards. Yeah, mindfulness cards.
Send me plug in your cards.
Yes, I will. Yeah, I know. I should.
Mindfulness cards. You should get the mindfulness cards because they're very, very helpful.
Yeah, they are.
I can imagine that it is very helpful.
Are you inviting everybody to the Eco Wellness Mental Health Week?
Sorry? Yes, we're having our mental health. I didn't hear you.
I said, are you inviting everybody to the Eco Wellness Mental Health Week?
I should. We're actually having a wellness fair. So we're part of Eco Wellness Fair, Kemi and I, and we're organizing a wellness fair, which is from the 1st of May to the 7th of May, and it's focused on mental well-being. So we're going to be having sessions by psychotherapists. We're having therapy stimulation sessions, and we're also going to have short films. There was a short film contest on mental health. And you see, that's part of the challenge that we have with talking about mental health in Nigeria, because what we see on TV doesn't actually connect with what some of us are feeling, as in the stresses we're feeling. When you're feeling, from one extreme depression to extreme happiness, that's being bipolar.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't connect it with mental well-being because what we see on TV, that it was spiritual and that they take off their clothes, they go crazy on the road. But that's not the reality. That's far from it. There's so many calls.
Myself and Oyinkan, thank you so much for joining us. Your superpower is building your own mind and body resilience. So do it and join us at the Eco Wellness Fair. We're going to be there with a lot of other amazing practitioners. Bye.